And ano nga ba ulit sasabihin ko? Hala, nasa isip ko na siya kanina. Nung nasa dulo na siya ng dila ko. Ano ba yan? Ano nga ba ulit yun? Hala, nakalimutan ko na talaga. Kung inagahan ko kaya ng pagre-review, mas maaalala ko ba kaya? Hindi, hindi. Wag muna natin isipin yan.
So, hello, students, teachers, and all in between. I am sure cramming is considered a norm. Kahit naman ako, I am no different. Going back to first year, even in nung senior high school, crammer ako. A proud one at that. I always say, certified crammer, as if it's a medal or a flag I wave back and forth. Deadlines? The day before or at the deadline itself. Exams? The materials? Gosh, I used the PPTs as my lifeline. But what did that get me? Sure, I passed, I could say, with flying colors even. But what did I get back? Stress, headache, no sleep, and barely any cognitive processing. Cognitive processing? Anyways, this even led to an overall thumbs down in my mood. I remember staring around with my coffee, looking blankly at my surroundings. Lutang. The perfect way to describe myself at that moment. To paint a picture, alam mo yung itsura ng bata na napagalitan ng magulang, facing the corner. Yup, that was me. I couldn't process what was in front and around me. It felt like I was in a constant state of dizziness and sickness. At one point, I was pale, barely having a grip of what is around me. The dizziness was unbearable and I do not want to go through that pain again. Simply no thanks. I would also like to thank Dominic for allowing me to stay at her house and complete my notes. Something about being around friends and classmates is something that kept me going with note taking. So, it is currently 5:12 at aalis na kami sa bahay ni Domi. And thank you guys, thank you. San? Thank you so much. So, it is now officially day 2 of my preparation for midterms. It is currently 4:15 a.m. And may report ako later. So, pupunta ako sa bahay ng aking kaklase para doon ako mag-report. So, for now, I will be studying yung material na i-report ko bago ako pumunta. And also, since kasama din ito sa midterms, I will probably make notes for it. So, let's go. A question I was asked when I started note-taking was what motivates me to take notes. Well, for one, it's my friends and my classmates. Just being around them and seeing them do similar things as me, it makes me feel motivated to work on my notes. Seeing it less of a task and more of a way to pass time by. Speaking of, it felt a lot like a hobby rather than a task the more I take notes. It began by almost forced working and soon became a genuine interest for note-taking as a whole. Another factor that motivated me to take these notes was, I guess, the fear of falling behind or failing, or the drive to pass the subjects. The potential of me failing was an active weight behind my back. Last factor that kept me motivated is apparently specifically at this day, to meet deadlines and perform excellently. On day 2, I had a report and that led me to take more notes just to be able to report the subject matter. This constant fear of not delivering well for me is what totally drive me to keep going and continue on my notes. Another thing that kept me going were coffee and energy drinks. Although I don't often take them, these drinks help me with keeping my focus and energy levels high, as well as get my focus. There's also the motivation of snacks and music that I occasionally indulge in. So it is now 4:08 a.m. on our day 3 for our preparation for midterms, and I just found out na yung midterms wala namin is next week pa, but it's better to stay prepared than possibly get rushed just like yung sa sinasabi ko. So, let's proceed on to our vlog. It has, um, I plan to stop at 6 a.m. So, let us go. So, what have I achieved with the session of preparations? Well, first, I achieved the motivation to take notes. It's simple, really. There's something about note taking that becomes relaxing for me. There's also the sense of ease as I can simply revisit these notes and remember how I wrote it, helping further with organizing my thoughts and understanding about the topics. It also helps me feel less cluttered in a sense. Back then, I would get stressed over every little switch of PPT. I'm a forgetful person, so if I forget something, I have to switch back to the old PPT, and overall, it was just a hassle. With my notes, it's all in the same place, and that keeps everything organized for me. In other terms, a new hobby to pass by, and a productive one at that. Seeing my notes completed gave me a sense of completedness and motivation to study more for my future. Nerdy, I know, but that's just the way I'd best describe what I found note taking to do to me. It also feels relaxing now that I don't have to cram my materials and I know where to look for each and every notes of mine. So, credits where it's due, first and foremost to my Percom teacher for allowing me to experience being in the camera for once, to my classmates and to my peers for who cheered me on and just kept being by my side. And lastly, I would like to thank the audios or the owners for the audios. None of the audios are mine and are created by the respectful owner. And lastly, thank you for paying attention to my vlog.